Without further ado, let us go ahead and spin the wheel and see what the third deck of the day is. Lantern, boys. We're on Lantern. All right, so this is Lantern. Basic premise of the deck is the following. Lantern of Insight, 1 mana artifact. Players play with the top card of their library revealed, and you can also sack it to make someone shuffle, but that doesn't come up very much. So the idea is you use this in combination with cards that mill your opponent's top cards, such as Codex Shredder and Pyxis of Pandemonium, and sometimes Ghoulcaller's Bell, in order to control what your opponent draws. So you make sure that they only draw bad cards or cards that are irrelevant in the matchup, and never draw any good cards. Now, as you might expect, how do you not die while you're setting this up? Well, you have various things such as Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Galvanic Blast, etc. in order to control the early game. You have Assassin's Trophy, Collective Brutality, and Run in 6. And then the main card, Ensnaring Bridge. So the idea is you can leave your opponent with any number of creatures as long as they don't have relevant abilities, it doesn't matter what, because you're just going to get Ensnaring Bridge down, and then none of your opponent's creatures can attack you. So the idea is to effectively eliminate the value of most of their cards. So their lands are irrelevant, their creatures become irrelevant once Ensnaring Bridge is in play, so then the only relevant cards that they can draw are things that disrupt your stuff, so things that destroy bridge and so on. Now, apart from all of that, the deck can also, and then you basically just mill their whole deck until they die. However, you also have alternative game plans. You can win with Urza's Saga, making Karnstruct tokens and attacking your opponent to death. And you can win with Karn, the Great Creator. Some other lands, Mycosynth Gardens, can become a copy of your Mill Rocks. You have various other lands that do similar things. It's possible to Boseiju lock with Ren, your opponent. One copy of the Underworld Cookbook, which can help you gain life via the food token so you don't die to burn, and just discard cards out of your hand in order to get Ensnaring Bridge online faster. Pithing Needle to make activated abilities irrelevant. Karn's sideboard includes Welding Jar to protect your artifacts from artifact destruction spells, Elixir of Immortality so you don't deck out and just to gain some life against burn, Ghoulcaller's Bell as a tutorable from the sideboard, Mill Rock, Grafdigger's Cage, Liquid Metal Coating, of course, 2 copies of Ratchet Bomb, Sorcerer's Spyglass as another Pithing Needle effect, Spellskite, more protection, Stone Brain to strip combos, Torpor Orb to stop ETBs, and then you also have Dothy Voidwalker and Necromentia, and Girper Aether Grid for either just pinging your opponent to death or pinging off lots of X1 creatures. So let us jump into the first league, or rather the third league of the day, with Lantern. All right, round 1 on the play with Lantern. What do we got? Millrock, Codex Shredder, plus Lantern of Insight, plus Run in 6. Seems good to me. Keep. Opponent mulls to 6. All right, I think the first thing we get down is just Lantern of Insight so we can see their hand. All right, let's go. Maybe that's not important. I guess if they're Scam and they try to turn 1 Grief, we can... No, we can't even do anything in that regard. Yeah, let's just get Lantern down. Blooming Marsh, Lantern. They are drawing Fire Ice, so it appears that they are Rhinos, probably. So, pass the turn. Murktide, yeah, they're almost certainly Rhinos. It doesn't keep the top card in the reveal zone? Huh. All right, they have a Fire and Ice. So we're drawing Ancient Stirrings. Pithing Needle on top. So let's see. I definitely want to get this Codex Shredder down. I don't want to draw Needle. So it's probably best to do what? Stirrings for something? Or do I just get Relic out? All right, let's just go Stirrings. I don't even have fetch lands for Ren and 6 to do anything with. So Stirrings. Opponent fetches. Gets Ketria Triome. All right. Ooh, more Mill Rocks and Ensnaring Bridge. All right, Ensnaring Bridge is the important card. So we take Bridge. Top card of the deck is Inquisition. Excellent. So let's go Swamp, Codex Shredder, and pass to the opponent. All right, so they're just drawing land. So their hand is Misty, Fire Ice. That's what we know. Foothills. I guess I want to draw Inquisition, so I will leave that on top of my deck. Opponent fetches. So they're going to Fire Ice us an upkeep, right? Lorien Revealed on top. That is actually a problem. Ice our land. That's fine. All right, so Inquisition you. All right, so this is their hand. I can't get rid of their Cascade spells, but it doesn't matter because Bridge just stops them. So I need to take Mystical Dispute so they can't counter the Bridge. All right, so take Mystical Dispute. And then this is their hand. And then we go land, shock this in, play Relic. I should start targeting them so they can't get Murktide down, I guess. I don't care if they play Dead Gone, so they can draw Dead Gone. That's fine. And then pass the turn. All right, Shardless on top. Misty Rainforest, Crack Misty, Island, Shardless, Cascades, that's fine. Besage on top is a problem, so I need to get rid of that. All right, Rhinos, Shardless Agent resolves. All right, milled them. All right, we're good, so then let's draw Buried Ruin, another bridge on top, target them with Relic. Then let's go Buried Ruin, play Bridge, and pass to them. Violent Outburst on top, they just drew a land. So the Lorien revealed is an issue. Ice is also an issue because they can draw at instant speed. But drawing a second bridge is pretty good. Ooh, a third bridge? All right, play another bridge and pass. So I'd imagine they try to cycle Ice right now, right? Oh, cycle Lorien revealed. Really? Why wouldn't they just keep that in their hand to draw 3? Force a Negation on top, that's fine. Fire Ice on top, probably we'll get rid of that. All right, let's target them with Relic. Then I'll mill Fire Ice off the top of their deck. All right, they're conceding. So let's see, Rhinos. Dothy is probably okay as a way to steal their own Rhinos. Necromentia for sure. Stonebrain for sure. Although I can Stonebrain with Karn, but this... So on the draw, this is too slow. Let's see, Spellskite to prevent them from blowing up my stuff. Ratchet Bombs have got to be good. What else? Grafdigger's Cage does not stop the Cascade, right? Because you exile the spells, right? Is that how it works? Shardless Agent. Exile cards from the top, right? So they're in exile, they're not in the library, so Cage doesn't work. What is bad here? Galvanic Blast just to kill 1 Rhino token seems pretty bad. Graveyard Hate doesn't really matter. Sure, they have Murktide, but who cares? Pithing Needle stops absolutely nothing. And what else? So Dothy can steal their own counter spells, and it can steal Rhinos to somewhat block them. Trophy also seems pretty bad. Welding Jar so that I can't have my stuff blown up. They're going to bring Force of Vigor in, so... Alright, this seems fine, I guess. Let's submit this. Alright, game 2 on the draw versus Rhinos. Alright, what we got? Thoughtseize that I can play, but I can't actually play things with Wrenn and 6. I do have the Mill Rocks going. It's kind of awkward that I have to fetch a basic Swamp first in order to Thoughtseize them, but this is probably alright. Opponent plays a Forest, exiles Crashing Footfalls. Alright, so Prismatic, Fetch, Swamp, Thoughtseize. Alright, Flame of Anor is in their hand. Subtlety, Lorien revealed. Well, I guess they draw... Oh, it's a Shatter as well. Yeah, let's take Flame of Anor. And then I have nothing else to do, so I will pass. They do have a Beseiju as well. Their hand is, like, pretty slow, other than that those Rhinos are coming off suspend. They're playing the Beseiju. Alright, back to us. Urza's Saga. So I can go Saga, spell. I can't Collective Brutality because they'll just cycle this. So let's go Saga, play Lantern. I guess I play Pixis first, right? Pixis, Lantern. All right, what's on top? They're drawing Shardless, we're drawing Buried Ruin. That's too much pressure too fast. I think I have to get rid of that. So I'll stop on their upkeep in case they don't fetch with Lorien right now. So pass to them, and then they're going to use Lorien. Yeah, okay. So they use Lorien. Top card is Beseiju. I do need to get rid of that so that they can't get rid of Bridge when I eventually draw it. So let's Pixis. All right, they're just drawing a land. We're drawing another Mill Rock. Excellent. All right, Rhinos is down to 2 counters. They have Force and Negation on top of their deck. That is also a problem. So let's draw. I can go the Karnstruct route, I suppose. So let's play Ghost Quarter. So if I make Karnstructs, they actually do get bigger than their Rhinos. So I don't have to stop them from getting Force and Negation. I guess I probably just should anyway, though. So I go Pixis, they lose Force and Negation. I guess I don't care if they have Force and Negation. So the Rhinos come off suspend in 2 turns, but we're going to start getting Karnstructs. Yeah, let's just pass to them. Oh, they just drew Violent Outburst. All right, well, that's an issue. Footfalls. Another Shardless is on top, which means I probably want to use Pixis. All right, yeah, let's use Pixis. This is too much pressure too fast if I don't. Necromentia is not very good either. All right, so they draw land. This goes down to 1 counter. Mystical Dispute is on top. So their hand is Subtlety, 1 unknown card. Swing with the Rhinos, we have to take it. All right, make a Karnstruct, then upkeep. I don't want to draw Necro, and I don't want them drawing Mystical Dispute. So let us exile the top. Murktide's also bad, but whatever. We drew Ancient Stirrings, then this goes off. Let's make another Karnstruct. Then we go fetch. What am I fetching? Probably just another Mill Rock. Yeah, go get Codex Shredder, then play Urza's Saga, play another Mill Rock, and then I have to start blocking them. So they can just flash Subtlety in here, but if they do, they have to fetch first. All right, let's mill Murktide. Lorien Revealed's also not great. I don't know if I mill that, though. I think I need to mill myself so I don't draw Inquisition, because now I just need to get bridge online as fast as possible. Mystical Dispute on top. So the hand's Lorien, Subtlety, 1 unknown. Surprised they didn't flash Subtlety in last turn. All right, so it's Lorien Subtlety as their hand. Opponent fetches. Ketria Triumph on top. Fetches again. Plays Lorien Revealed to draw. So this is their revealed cards right now. All right, they don't have any good attacks at the moment. So let's mill ourselves. All right, I guess I don't want them drawing Force, so let's use Pixis. Inquisition is just so not very good. They're drawing Fire Ice as well. I guess I don't care if they draw Fire Ice, so let's mill me. So what am I doing? I'm making another construct and then I can block. No, I do care if they draw Fire Ice then. All right, so get rid of Fire and Ice. Ketria Triumph, that's fine. So now we mill ourselves. Surgical, also not helping, but what are you gonna do? All right, so we draw, then this goes up a counter, and then I guess I just pass it back to them. All right, pass it back to them. So they draw Ketria Triumph, and now it's Mystical Dispute is on top. Suspends Footfalls. Plays the Ketria Triumph instead of leaving it back to cycle. All right, no attacks. Make a construct. So then I do want to draw a land, so I will draw this land. Ooh, Inventor's Fair. All right, so make a construct, then resolve then resolve the search trigger. So now what do I want? Probably Welding Jar to prevent the bridge when I eventually draw it from getting milled over. I also can attack them, and they do have to block to a certain extent. I have enough mill rocks online now. Let's just grab Welding Jar. All right, so play land. If they draw Mystical Dispute, that's kind of annoying. So each player exiles. Flame of Anor on top's a problem. Let's go fetch. Let's go grab our basic forest and Ancient Stirrings. Another Urza Saga. All right, so let's grab that. I've played my land for the turn already. All right, so pass into their upkeep and then Codex Shredder to mill Flame of Anor. Opponent's going to flash an Endurance, right? No, flashes in Subtlety. All right, so let's mill them. Can't let them get Shatter. All right, drawing a land is fine. So suspend, that doesn't matter. Draws a land, has another land on top. Plays the land, then they attack with Subtlety. No attacks with Subtlety. Huh. All right, mill ourselves. There's Ensnaring Bridge. So let's swing with these constructs. They have 1 unknown in hand, which I don't think I know what that is. All right, so if I go to attack, they do have to block to some extent. Play Urza Saga. If it's a counterspell, then I can't attack, so let's just play... Yeah, attacking them doesn't matter. Let's just play Bridge. Play Bridge. Yeah, so the last card in their hand's Force. All right, so no attacks, and then just pass. Opponent flashes an Endurance. Targets me, that's fine. All right, they're fetching in their upkeep to change the top card of the deck. Questing Beast is actually not fine for them to... I don't want them to draw that, so let's mill that. Otawara is also bad news, so... Get rid of Otawara. All right, Shardless is fine. Plays Shardless, Cascades again. That's perfectly fine. Is that the last Rhino? All right, Subtlety gets in. I need to use this Surgical so that I don't have as many cards in my hand next turn. All right, Surgical. What am I getting rid of? How many Loriens are we down? 2 Loriens. We're down like a bunch of cards. Let's just get rid of, I guess Loriens is fine. All right, this and this. What's in the rest of their deck? They've got 1 Flame of Anor, 1 Force of Vigor. So they have 2 ways to get Bridge off the field, and that's it. All right, back to us. Draw Bridge. There's a Saga ticks up, doesn't matter. Play Bridge. And then none of their creatures can attack except Shardless, so pass. And they're just drawing a worthless land. All right, I'm going to start aggressively milling myself in order to find more action. Lantern of Insight on top, don't care about that. All right, Mycosynth Gardens is fine. So draw. I guess I can make a construct. Why not? Make a construct, then go fetch another Codex Shredder. Thoughtseize on top, play Mycosynth Gardens. Make this a copy of Codex Shredder. And then pass back to them. All right, Footfalls, I think comes off Suspend this turn, but that doesn't matter. So they're fetching to change the top card of their deck. Their top card's Force, that's fine. Fire Ice is not fine. All right, Pixis, get rid of both of these. Mill myself. There's Dothy, I guess, sure. I don't even have double black, actually. No, so let's just mill myself again. All right, that's fine. Draw Lantern, play Collective Brutality, Duress you. And then we'll just force or not to force, doesn't matter. Sure. So pass over to them. All they're drawing is Gemstone Caverns, and now is the very, very long milling my opponent out game. All right, let's just start aggressively milling them now so that we don't lose to the clock. Although we have 10 minutes left, but it's fine. Mill you. All right, go to our turn. So play Spellskite, and then back to them. They get to draw Shardless. That's perfectly fine. All right, we got it. We have won the match. So on to round number 2. All right, let's see. So we're on the draw. How good is this hand? It does have access to a Millrock in Urza's Saga. It also has Renin 6 plus Urza's Saga and the mana to do it, plus a turn 1 Thoughtseize. I think this is keepable, so we'll keep this. Urza's Saga turn 1 is probably... Oh, okay. The Mirror. Well then. Huh. I guess I just probably Thoughtseize them, right? Probably? Yeah. Thoughtseize. What do they got? Oh, they're playing Grinding Station. Okay. Well, I'll take one of these Grinding Stations and then pass. This is going to be a long game? Yeah, it is. This is going to be a long game. All right, Urza's Saga up to 2. They can't make Constructs. Play Verdant, Fetch, Swamp, play Grinding Station. They have Needle on top. All right, back to us. So, nothing to Thoughtseize. I can play my own Urza's Saga to start getting Constructs. What am I doing if I just play Saga right now? I'm just playing Lantern. Yeah? I guess they don't know I have Renin 6, so I don't want to run it out with a Needle on top of their deck, but... Yeah, alright, so I probably don't want them to have Needle, do I? They can just find it, though, even if I shuffle their deck. Okay, so Saga, Lantern, pass to you. Alright, so they draw Needle, then Urza's Saga triggers, they float the mana, and I assume they're just going to go grab a Millrock, right? Yeah, Codex Shredder. They're milling us so we don't draw Ancient Stirrings, but Codex Shredder's on top of our deck. So they've got 3 lands Needle. They could Needle Urza's Saga, so we can't make Construct. Is this angled Lufa's list? Yes. Oh, it appears our opponent has to go. They have some kind of an emergency. So we're fortunately, question mark, spared from the long drawn out Lantern Mirror. All right, on to round 3. I don't know. Were you guys looking forward to the Lantern Mirror? Because if so, then that's not fortunate. All right, round 3 on the draw, playing Lantern. So we got Bridge. We can't play Renin 6, and we don't have Lantern online. This hand is okay, I think. I will keep it. Blood Crypt, Grief. All right, getting double griefed, getting scammed. So what would I take if I were them? Definitely Ensnaring Bridge, and then what would the second card be? Probably Renin 6. Needle doesn't really do anything against them, and Pixis is not relevant until I have Lantern anyway. Although Ren's not good when they have an active 4/3 Menace in play, so maybe they just take Bridge Pixis. No answers to Stony Silence or Cleft Roof in the deck? No, we've got Assassin's Trophy. All right, so they took Bridge Pixis. What can I Needle that's in Scam's deck? Just one of their lands? I could also Stirrings. What's in Scam? Hang on. So I can name lands, or I can name Reflection of the Mirror Breaker. The alternative is just to cast Ancient Stirrings. They just shocked this in. Okay, so let's go definitely Marsh, and then Needle, and then let's just name Bloodstained Mire. Why not? All right, pass the turn. Yeah, I could name Dothy Voidwalker as well, but whatever. That requires they play Dothy, have a hate piece, or have a discard a spell. They have to discard spell something that's actually worthwhile, and then Dothy has to be worth sacking to play that instead of just attacking us. And they're just going to attack us to death anyway. So we just need to get Bridge online as fast as possible. There's Thoughtseize, and I can't Stirrings and Thoughtseize simultaneously, so I need to just Stirrings for Bridge and hope, yeah, Stirrings for Bridge, no Bridge. So let's just get Codex Shredder, I guess. All right, Codex Shredder, then play Inventor's Fair, play Codex Shredder, and go. And I guess I don't want to blind mill them in case they have like Croxa, or they can use Pyromancer back from the graveyard. All right, we got to draw Bridge like right now. Well, that's not Bridge. So Inquisition, Flashing and Bowmasters. Okay, we're dead. So we're just dead on board. So let's just see what's in their hand. All right, Dothy Fury. Okay, so sideboarding. Want Welding Jar to stop their artifact hate. Grafdigger's Cage can stop them from scamming creatures back, right? What else? Dothy against them doesn't seem very good. I guess it also stop. No, it doesn't. It doesn't stop them from scamming Fury. It stops them from scamming Grief past turn 2. Ratchet Bomb's pretty useless. I guess I want Spellskite. Torpor Orb shuts off all their ETB triggers. And what's bad? I want Interaction. Surgical really doesn't... I guess Surgical can stop... If I have it exactly in my hand, I can stop scams. Blast I want. Pithing Needle seems mostly worthless. What else? Relic's good. Cookbook, not very good. Oh, what do I cut? Want all of that. I need to cut one more card. I don't want to cut Renin 6 because it kills Ragavan and Bowmasters. They're a Blood Moon deck, so maybe I just go down one Urza's Saga. That's probably fine. All right, let's submit that. Aether Grid is repeatable removal against scam cards. It's not good though until I have a substantial board of artifacts, at which point I probably should be doing well anyway. The only creatures it kills easily is just Ragavan and Bowmasters, and then all their other creatures I have to have 4 artifacts in play in order to kill them. And I'm not getting rid of Hand Disruption. You basically almost never take out Hand Disruption. The only time I would take out Hand Disruption is Thoughtseize versus Burn. There are plenty of configurations of many artifacts in this deck that do not actively move you towards victory. Yes. You on the die roll? Or yeah, so on the play. Okay, we have Bridge, we have Skite, we have Grafdigger's Cage. This looks fine. So let's keep this, and then let's go Mountain Cage so they can't scam on turn 1. Just joined. Is this Lantern? Yes, it is. Maybe cut Ghost Corridor over Saga. Now, I'm only trimming Saga because they have Blood Moon. Aether Grid turns the configurations into victories. Yeah, but if I just get Bridge down, it also turns that into victories. Like, if I have enough artifacts to where Aether Grid is online and actually killing things, then I probably at least have Lantern and a Millrock, or I have Bridge down. All right, Mountain, Cage, go. Blackcleave Cliffs, Thoughtseize. They're boarding in all their artifact hate they can draw out a Bridge. Yeah, but that's what the mill plan is for. Like, there's an argument to be made for bringing an Aether Grid. I just don't think it's good enough. So they either, what do they take? They just take Bridge, right? They must just take Bridge here. Any reason for Ratchet Bomb over Filigree Silex? I don't think there's a reason for one over the other. Filigree's legendary, so you don't want 2 of them, but other than that. All right, we can't cast Inquisition, so I guess I just play Beseiju and then play Spellskite and pass. There's Blood Crypt tapped. Huh. So maybe they kept a scam draw, and now without the ability to do that because of Cage, they have nothing to do. All right, Lantern. They're drawing Pyromancer. Codex Shredder. I guess I mill that? I don't even know, though. I don't know what's in their hand. This isn't that good for them. I guess no. If their hand is this bad, then them having Pyromancer is good for them. So I think I just mill it. Yeah, all right. Chalice of the Void. That's not actually too bad. Yeah, Chalice is fine. Obviously, it's annoying, but it doesn't stop us from playing Bridge. They're drawing Fury. Any thoughts on the PT? I haven't been watching it, but I have knowledge of like the crazy ratios of cards in the metagame. So like Ring and Bowmasters being everywhere. Scam's 20% of the meta, if I recall. Yeah, the format's a train wreck. Like, you know, I've said this before. 7-0 mirror end of the day was Tron. Yeah. Fable the Mirror Breaker, unfortunate. So now they can get rid of their bad cards and get only good cards. I probably just blast this Shaman. So I do need to draw more Mill Rocks, and I don't care if they draw Fury, so I think I just mill myself on upkeep. Yeah, let's do that. So mill myself. I need to draw lands, more Mill Rocks, not more blasts. All right, there's Bridge. So now let's just blast the Shaman token. So pass it back to them. All right, so Fury's in hand. They're about to draw Pyromancer, which is also bad. So their hand is Chalice, Fury, Unknowns, and they can discard stuff. The heck is 4-color Scam? Is it just Scam and they're splashing other colors for some reason? Or is it like a 4-color deck and they have the Scam package? It's a 4-color like value deck that then has Scam. And Tron is a third of the top 32. All right, so resolve the Fable trigger. What are they binning? I do want to be able to Inquisition them to see if they have artifact hate before I actually put this Bridge down. So my hope is that my next turn is Stirrings for black mana, Inquisition, take any relevant artifact hate, and then play Bridge next turn. And I'm going to blast this Shaman. They discarded Feign Death Pyromancer, and then they are drawing another Pyromancer and a Blackcleave Cliffs. So their hand is Fury, Pyromancer, Blackcleave, 2 unknowns. All right, Blackcleave's down. All right, shoot this before they attack with it. Galv Blast your Shaman token. Oh, they have Chalice as well, right? They know we're about to draw Stirrings, yeah, so okay, Chalice of the Void. So then they only have 1 card that I don't know about. So that's Fury, Pyro, and 1 unknown. All right, in that case, I don't want to draw Stirrings, so let's just mill ourselves. All right, well, Thoughtseize it is. It's pretty rough. And we're drawing another card we can't use. All right, pass it back. So then Fable flips over, and then they can play Fury and kill our Spellskite, and then we have to get the mana down for Bridge real fast. Yeah, so there's Fury. Kills our Spellskite. All right, come on, let's hit a land. Mill ourselves. All right, there's a land. Blooming Marsh, Bridge. And then they have Pyromancer in their hand, right? So now they can go Pyromancer, and then they can start copying it with Reflection. And we unfortunately cannot afford to draw this Karn. I guess I can draw, and then I can just cast these hand disruption spells into Chalice to keep under the Bridge limit. Yeah, so there's Pyromancer. So they're drawing Fury and what else? They drew another Chalice. So Fury, Chalice. The fact that they can keep copying their Pyromancer is a huge problem. So they're going to attack with Reflection? That makes no sense. All right, so yeah, let's draw Karn, and then let's just cast Thoughtseize into their Chalice, and then pass it back. And then the plan is just mill ourselves until we hit more mana so we can play Karn and then win the game. All right, you can draw Blood Crypt. They like both cards in their hand. Yeah, what are they doing? They should just be copying Pyromancer. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Copy Pyromancer. Yeah. We do need to, yeah, be able to get a bunch of stuff down. EE on top? What'd they draw? They drew Dothy, and they discarded their Chalice. All right, so now we get hit for 4, or 6, rather. So they actually can't EE for 1. Oh, no, they can EE for... All right, I do need to mill myself, but I also need to mill explosives. So let's see. I can mill them, and then I can, on my turn, go Inquisition, Surgical. They both get countered, and then I'm down to 1 card. I 100% have to mill their EE. So mill EE over. Okay, so we can afford to draw Surgical, but I probably just shouldn't. It depends, though. If I brick here, then I'm taking so much damage. Yeah, all right, so let's draw Surgical. Run in 6 on top. No lands in the graveyard. So cast Inquisition, get it countered, and then pass it back to them. All right, you can draw Thoughtseize. Fury on top. Copy Pyromancer. They drew Delta Fury. All right, combat, Surgical. It doesn't matter because it's getting countered. Pay 2 life. Trigger Chalice of the Void. And then they can attack with just the elemental tokens. Plays the Delta. They didn't play Dothy, eh? All right, so mill ourselves. Another Ren and 6 is on top. I have to mill myself on upkeep. All right, mill myself. Torpor Orb. Oh, that's actually pretty helpful, but then I'm taking 5. All right, so yeah, we just have to get out of it next turn. So Torpor Orb, play Torpor Orb, and then pass it back to them. So we take 5 from the elemental tokens and go to 2. They just fetched and had Thoughtseize on top, and they still have Thoughtseize on top. Thoughtseize bug. Oh, Pyromancer from the graveyard. So we're dead. Yep, that's 7. All right, we're dead. Because Grafdigger's Cage doesn't stop that for some reason. Yeah, we're dead. Unfortunate. On to round number 4. So what did I need to do? I needed to, like, not draw Karn earlier, but I just spent so many turns bricking on lands. I guess I could have what? I could have not milled the other Galvanic Blast so that I would have had the second blast to kill Reflection. All right, round number 4 on the draw. 2 Ren and 6s, 5 lands. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. Mold a 6. All right, this is better. So I guess I keep this and then put back Ghost Quarter. Although if I'm playing against Tron, I want to keep Ghost Quarter. So I can fetch Blood Crypt and then play both of these. So maybe I just put Blooming Marsh back. But then I don't have green mana for Ancient Stirrings or Ren and 6. I'll put Ghost Quarter back, and if they're playing Tron, they're playing Tron. Forest. Footfalls. Okay, Rhinos. So let's go Marsh, Inquisition. They have Dead Gone, Shardless. All right, well, take your Shardless and pass. So Stomping Ground, tapped. All right, let's get Urza's Saga online. Yeah, so Urza's Saga, play Pixis. Haven't played Lantern in forever, but the red cards seem kind of medium so far. Deck itself may still be solid, though. So the red cards is basically just Blast and Ren and 6. Ren and 6 is good about giving you an alternate game plan by recurring sagas, and it picks off Ragavan and just all sorts of random X1s. And can get you into Beseiju locks against things like Tron. The blasts are just, you need removal to kill early creatures. They don't have to be blasts. They could be Fatal Push too, but Mountain. All right, I'm going to activate Pixis here just because if I need to pop it at some point later for whatever reason. All right, there's Ren and 6. So Saga goes up to 2. So let's just play Buried Ruin, pass, make a Construct. So they've got the 1 Dead Gone to kill one of the tokens. This is down to 1 counter, right? Yeah. Steam Vents, tapped. All right, make a Construct. So we have drawn. So they're just going to bounce it now. Or, yeah, very well. We drew Ancient Stirrings, so it's better to just make a Construct. And then let's go get Lantern. All right, we're drawing Saga. They're drawing Violent Outburst. I don't want them to draw Violent Outburst, so I should probably exile that. So Verdant, but I do want to draw Saga. Oh, okay, so let's see. I need red mana, so let's go get Stomping Ground. So Shock Stomping Ground in. Top card of our deck is Thoughtseize. We can get rid of that. That's fine. Ancient Stirrings. Bridge online. Top card is another bridge. All right, Pixis. They're drawing Fire and Ice. That's also fine. All right, pass to them. So now their Rhinos come off Suspend. They get 2 4/4s and they draw Ice. And then we play... Maybe the red should be dropped and replaced with Push or Liliana. I think... So you want something that you can loop back with Ren and 6 to kill your opponent if you ever emblem it, which is what Blast does. All right, so they have Ice 1 unknown. So my turn is going to be what? They're going to Ice the Construct to tap it down so that they can attack. So my turn needs to be Bridge, land, blast one of the Rhinos, and then we have one card. All right, let's draw this land. Ice our guy, very well. Shardless on top, that's fine. All right, do you have the counterspell? Bridge. They do not. Very well then. Pass to them. So they can draw Shardless, that's fine. As long as they do not have an answer to Ensnaring Bridge. All right, they just opted not to do anything. All right, so let's just blast one of these Rhinos just in case they ever find an answer to Bridge. All right, draw Karn. So land, play Karn. They have Subtlety. All right. I'm going to fetch now. So let's just fetch in response to that and put, I don't know, Blood Crypt into play tapped. Then we'll put Karn back on top of our deck and then pass to them. Isn't the out for them Boseiju? Yes. So we just have to make sure that they never draw that. So their hand right now is land Shardless, so they don't have anything. All right, draw Karn, play Karn, then minus Karn. And what do I want to grab here? Probably just another Mill Rock, actually. So just grab Ghoul Caller's Bell. Yeah, let's just grab Ghoul Caller's Bell, play Ghoul. Oh, I grabbed Cage by accident. I meant to grab Ghoul Caller's Bell. Well, all right. Misclick City. Pass the turn. Opponent fetches. Dead Gone on top, that's fine. Mystical Dispute on top, also fine. All right, we win. So Rhinos, same deal. Let's put in Stonebrain. Okay, so Spellskite to keep our guys alive. Ratchet Bombs, Necromentia, Dothy Voidwalker, Cutting Blast. Trophy seems pretty bad. Yes, they run Blood Moon, but that's whatever. Cookbook is bad. Relic's bad. Needle doesn't do anything to them, right? They maybe have what? No. Haywire Might, no. Needle does nothing. Welding Jar in. And then I guess I'll main deck the Stonebrain. All right, let's submit this. On the draw for game 2, we've got double Thoughtseize, Spellskite, Lantern. All right, I will keep this. They have Vigor as their artifact destruction. Yeah, that's why you need Spellskite, Welding Jar, although how effective that is not so great. So we're just going to double Thoughtseize them. They fetch, get a forest, so they're suspending Footfalls, right? Yeah. Suspend Footfalls. All right. Blooming Marsh. I guess I don't have to Thoughtseize them right now. I can get Lantern down and then see what I'm dealing with. And then I can double Thoughtseize them next turn, unless they have Ice. Yeah, let's just Thoughtseize them. Shardless, Mystical Dispute, Ice. So let's just take Shardless and pass. So then they'll Ice our land in upkeep, and then we'll have to fetch a basic Swamp in order to cast the other Thoughtseize. Misty down. All right, yeah, so they're going to Ice us. Shock and Breeding Pool. And then Ice our land. That's fine. Ooh, Urza Saga? I want to get that online more than I want to Thoughtseize them. All right, so Urza Saga, Lantern. They're drawing Lorien, we're drawing Ensnaring Bridge. So pass to them. Plays their Mountain. All right, back to us. So if I want to make a Construct here, I can't play Bridge. I'm in no hurry to play Bridge or Thoughtseize at the moment. I can just keep passing it to them. So instead, let's just go Ghost Quarter, start making Constructs. That seems fine. And then next turn, so I go Construct now, make another Construct, and then next turn I can Thoughtseize to get Mystical Dispute out of their hand. Magus of the Moon on top. Well, that's going to be one turn too late to get rid of Saga, but it is going to be annoying going forward. So we can grab a Mill Rock and mill that. All right, Construct, then back to us, draw this Mountain, then make another Construct. So let's go grab Codex Shredder. Drawing Inquisition next turn. How bad is it if they play Magus here? It's not actually that bad, right? Yeah, it's not that bad if they play Magus. So then I probably just Prismatic for Swamp. So play Prismatic. If I'm going to Prismatic for a Swamp anyway, then I may as well Thoughtseize them here. All right, go get a Swamp. Then Thoughtseize. They fetch in response. So that puts Magus not in their library anymore, or not on top anymore. Violent Outburst is on top. Force of Vigor on these two. Well, I have Ensnaring Bridge in my hand, so I don't care if they draw Violent Outburst. And I would like to draw Karn. So I think that's actually fine. Next turn I go land Ensnaring Bridge. I have 3 cards. Yeah, that is fine. Then Resolve Thoughtseize. Force of Negation and Mystical Dispute. So they have multiple counters. Boy, that's rough. Which one is the better one to take? I guess Force, because then if they ever go Shields down, they don't have something to pay for. So let's take Force of Negation. And then I have played a land this turn already. I guess I attack for 2. So this comes off Suspend now. And they're drawing Violent. So their hand is these 2 plus Violent Outburst. So then I draw Karn. So then I guess the best move is to do what? Karn and see if they counter it. If they don't counter it, then I grab a Ratchet Bomb. If they do counter it, then I just play Bridge next turn. All right. Oh no, I boarded in both Ratchet Bombs. What's in my sideboard? So I can grab a whole bunch of nothing. I guess they don't know that. They'll probably counter this. All right, let's just play this. Do they play mini basics? Could you take them off double blue? No, they have an island, so I can't take them off double blue with Beseiju. And so the difference between Force and Mystical Dispute is basically the Force, yes, it costs them a card if they ever pitch cast it, but on the other hand, they don't have to cast anything. They can just hold both of them up, at which point I would like them to not be able to deploy something on their turn and still have protection up on my turn. So right there, if I'd left them forced, they could have just forced that and cast Outburst. You also have Ghost Quarter, yeah, but I still need to deal with these Rhino tokens. So no blocks here, then they'll just Outburst in combat, I assume. I could have double blocked one of them, I guess. Huh, maybe not. Maybe they're just going to cast Lorien to draw more cards. Yeah, they're going to draw more cards with Lorien. So then let's go Spellskite, Bridge, Pass. Actually, let me think about this. Do I want to attack them? So play Beseiju, play Spellskite, play Bridge. So the thing is, if I attack them, they go to 4, but that doesn't really matter. Whereas if they pick this, if they get rid of this bridge, then I do need blockers pretty badly in order to block these guys. So their hand right now is Outburst and a bunch of unknown cards. So their probable answers to bridge are Petty Theft and Force of Vigor. Fury to kill our Spellskite, presumably. Yeah, all right. So Spellskite's dead. So we need to draw pretty well out of this. All right, Ancient Stirrings is good. Cast Ancient Stirrings. There's another bridge. There's also Ratchet Bomb, and there's also Urza's Saga. Wow. So second bridge still gets forced, double forced to kill both the bridges. Ratchet Bomb only stops the Rhino tokens and does not stop Fury and does not stop additional cascades. So I think my best bet is to grab Saga. All right, play Saga and then go. Blue, blue, a bunch of mana. Lorien revealed to draw more cards. Yep, pretty rough. Plays another land. If they're stopping us in our upkeep, then they can force here and here. Yep, force here and here. Super rough. All right, what do we draw? Inventor's Fair, that's not going to do anything. So I go Inventor's Fair, and then I have to chump block Fury, and then chump block one of these Rhino tokens, and we take 6. Yeah, Lorien's stupid. Lorien is another absolutely, like Lorien and all of the cards in that cycle. Lorien's the best of them, but all those cards are just horrific design mistakes. Yeah, swing there. Oh wait, no, do I even survive? No, because the one of them gets first struck, and then this one gets shrunk, and I still die? Oh yeah, never mind, I lose. All right, sideboarding. I think this stays the same, and Pauper has to deal with them too. They're not as bad in Pauper where you can't go find shock lands and triomes and whatnot, I assume, at least. Yeah, keep this as is and submit. Yeah, if you're new here, we already discussed this on another stream, but basically Modern is just an utter train wreck because of all of their horrible design decisions, and so in order to fix the format, they would basically either have to ban 20 plus cards or just unban almost everything. This hand is what? I can Stirrings for a Millrock. I can also Thoughtseize them. This hand's keepable. I will keep. It's better not to Thoughtseize them first, though, because I want perfect information. So let's go Marsh and then Lantern. Blood Moon on top, Urza's Saga on top. Beautiful. All right, pass to them. There's still typed duels in Pauper, but it's not as egregious since they all enter tapped. All right, so we're drawing Urza's Saga in the face of a Blood Moon. I guess I can Thoughtseize the Blood Moon out of their hand. Another Urza's Saga. All right, Thoughtseize. Wow, okay, they have Blood Moon and Force of Vigor, and a Cascade spell, and Lorien revealed, and Otawara. Jesus Christ. All right, so any way you slice it, I lose my Urza's Saga. I could take Violent Outburst so they don't have as much pressure and try to get out of it later. I probably need to take Force of Vigor and then just try to find Bridge. God, this is just awful. Okay, what am I doing? Let's say I take Blood Moon. Then they go Force of Vigor, kill Lantern and Urza's Saga, losing Questing Beast, and then they just have Outburst, and then they can draw more cards later. If I take Force of Vigor, then they not only have pressure, but they also have Blood Moon to permanently take me off Saga. All right, so let's take Force of Vigor. Or no, let's take Blood Moon, and then we get forced the first time, and what are we going to do about it? So take Blood Moon, and then let's play Inventor's Fair and Lantern, and pass to them. They fetch, get a Triumph, Footfalls is on top, that's fine. Why doesn't Moto keep cards that they're drawing off the top of their deck revealed in their hand in the revealed zone? So, okay, suspend Footfalls, back to me, drawing another Urza's Saga, which I basically just have to play. So let's go Ancient Stirrings. I'm probably going to keep this Ratchet Bomb. 2 more Urza's Sagas. Yeah, keep the Ratchet Bomb. And then, man, if I play it this turn, then they can force Ratchet Bomb and Urza's Saga. So I'm just not playing Ratchet Bomb for now. So let's play Urza's Saga, see if they force this. No. All right, play Lantern, and then pass to them. So then they fetch. So basically, I only want to have them have one active Force of Vigor target, and then just they can blow up a Lantern, but who cares? So they're drawing Shardless. Yeah. They have Otawara as their third land in the hand. Force of Vigor, these two. All right, in that case, I'll shuffle their deck because that just keeps them off Shardless. And they pitched what to that? They pitched Outburst to that? Really? They're drawing Outburst as well. Can I afford to make them shuffle again? I guess it doesn't matter. I have Ratchet Bomb in my hand. Okay, that's fine. So then the Urza Saga dies. Then it's back to them. They draw Outburst. This has a bunch of counters still on it. So then Otawara. And they're drawing Shardless as well. Jesus. All right, so what am I doing on my turn? I'm playing another Urza Saga, and then I'm probably just playing Ratchet Bomb, or no. I'm about to draw Ensnaring Bridge, so that's pretty good. So I guess I'm duressing them and taking Lorien Revealed. They're outbursting, putting 8 damage into play, and then I'm untapping and playing Bridge. Yeah, so let's cast this, choosing the Duress mode. So then they're going to Outburst in response, which changes what card's on top of their deck. They have another Outburst on top of their deck, that's fine. So then resolve my Brutality. All right, take Lorien Revealed. Now their hand is just Questing Beast, so play Saga, and then pass to them. Then they're going to draw Outburst, and they can deal me 10 and put me to 8, and then I just have Bridge. All right, so take some damage from the Rhinos, just not casting Outburst. All right, so Urza Saga goes to 2 counters, then we're going to play Ensnaring Bridge. So they're going to Outburst to change the top card of their deck. No, they just didn't. All right, so they drew a land. There's another Footfalls on top of their deck. Plays the land. All right, back to us. I can yield to this finally. So we gain some life off the Inventor's Fair. Then we draw Blood Crypt. Then this goes up to 3. I guess I'm just going to use it. So make a Construct. Then go searching for Codex Shredder. Then play this tapped and pass it back. And then I need to start milling myself so that I'm drawing more mill rocks. All right, they fetch. Top card is Force of Vigor. So yeah, we're going to mill that. All right, mill this. Force of Negation on top, that's fine. So that comes off Suspend. Fire Ice is on top, is not too bad. All right, they're passing it back to us is what it looks like. So gain some life here. I'll draw this. Play Prismatic Vista. Play Ratchet Bomb. And then I don't want to mill their Fire and Ice because even though it's bad that they can draw at instant speed and tap our Codex Shredder, if I mill it and then it's just another really good card on top of their deck, then it's so bad for us. So yeah, they can just have Fire and Ice. That's fine. All right, top card is a land. Back to us. I would like to draw Renin 6. All right, Renin 6. Pick up Urza's Saga. Play Urza's Saga. And then pass back to them. I assume they'll try to ice my Codex Shredder. Yeah, ice Codex Shredder, that resolves. Top card is Force of Vigor. All right, sack Lantern. Top card is Brazen Borrower. They have a Force of Negation in their hand too, right? I guess it's not so bad. I do have Ratchet Bomb. All right, that's fine. So even if they bounce Ensnaring Bridge, then I just pop Ratchet Bomb, blow all the tokens up. All right, so they have Petty Theft in their hand. Another land. So back to us. Gain some life off the Fair. Draw Ancient Stirrings. Saga ticks up 2 more counters. So let's go Ancient Stirrings. There is Mycosynth Gardens, or I can just grab Pixis. All right, let's just grab Pixis. Any order here, and then let's pick up Urza's Saga, play Urza's Saga, play Pixis, and then pass to the opponent. And then I assume they're going to go end of turn Petty Theft, bounce Brazen Bar, bounce Ensnaring Bridge, and then I'll have to pop Ratchet Bomb to kill the tokens. Then I'll try to replay Ensnaring Bridge, and they'll just force it. Yeah, Petty Theft, bounce the bridge. They could cast Borrower, right? They're just not going to. Swing with the tokens. All right, crack Ratchet Bomb. Make a Construct token. I also don't want to draw this mountain, so let's mill that. Let's Pixis. All right, Ancient Stirrings is good. So they 100% counter this bridge. Ooh, Karn's on top. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Make a Construct. Then go grab Codex Shredder. Then fetch a Forest, I guess. All right, let's try to replay Bridge. It's not going to work. Bridge. Force of Negation. Very well. Mill your Fire Ice. All right, let's go to combat. Smack you with the Construct. Oh, yeah, they have Outburst too, right? Yeah. There's the Rhinos. Are they actually going to block this? No. Okay. Pixis. Let's get that out of there. Plus, get back Urza's Saga. Play Urza's Saga. And go. We are getting dangerously low on the clock as well, so I do have to speed up. So they have Questing Beast in their hand, right? So they can play that and attack. Game is this? I believe this is game 3. It's been so long I've lost track. So I block Questing Beast. I take 8. All right, block. Why didn't they attack with their Rhinos? Back to me. I don't really want to draw Inquisition, so I'll mill myself. All right, Dothy Voidwalker is okay. Gain some life. Put these on the stack. Make it Construct. Why'd they attack Ren and not me? No clue. Let's grab Codex Shredder. That goes up. There's a bridge on top. I can get them pretty close to dying, but there's no reason to attack right now. So let's just go Ren plus get back Urza's Saga, play Urza's Saga, and then what am I doing? They have Brazen Borrower, so they do have an attack. So let's go Dothy and then just pass. Just swing and make a dude? Nah, I've got it locked up if the game goes longer than this. So just deploy Dothy out here and then they'll just... Oh, they don't even have double blue to flash in Brazen, right? They have to fetch in order to do that. Shardless on top. I will mill that. So here comes the Brazen Borrower. All right, mill you again. All right, Island's good. So now both the Constructs are lethal and Dothy gets damage in. Brazen attacks Ren in 6 very well. All right, we gain life off the fair. Let's draw this. Put these on the stack. Make a Construct. Kind of wish there was a Shadow Spear in here, but whatever. All right, they have to block this. So swing, swing, swing. Then they have to put both Rhinos on each Construct to not die. Then I'll just shoot this Brazen Borrower and pass. They're ahead on clock, so they can clock you if you bridge. Yeah, that's why I'm not bridging. So they just have Subtlety, and then they die on the next attack. The downside of playing Lantern is you're going to be close to getting clocked even while winning. Yeah. Although, I'm not even sure that Lantern is the deck that takes the longest. I think the longest decks are the ones that are combo decks that take a million clicks to do things. Yeah, but like with Heliod, most people just scoop, or they'll take 2 to 3 minutes making 40 mana to ping you with Ballista. Yeah, but that actually does take longer than just make a giant Construct beat you. Well, those decks are usually a lock, but people make you go through the motions. Lantern is kind of 0.00002% chance to still get out of it. No, once your opponent has 3 mill rocks, you're dead. If your opponent has Lantern and 3 mill rocks, you've lost the game. All right, well, our opponent is just tapping lands. Alrighty then, we have won the match. We are currently 3-1 with Lantern. On to the final round. Round 5 on the draw with Lantern. We have a Lantern, we have Urza's Saga, we have Ensnaring, we have Ancient Stirrings to find stuff. Looks good to me. I think I actually play Urza's Saga on turn 1 in order to get the mill rock out faster. I'm pretty sure. Oh, well, yeah. Probably gotta speed this one up. Ren in 6? Yeah, that's not helping. Okay, so I could Stirrings for Beseiju, I guess. Now let's just do this. Saga, Lantern, go. Needle in this matchup, I can choose Slayer's Stronghold. They're drawing another Growth Chamber, so they have Growth Chamber Forest. There's the Dryad. There's the other bounce land. So maybe they just don't have Amulet, but they have all the rest of this stuff. All right, so let's choose... Fino. So we're going to play Blooming Marsh, and then probably just Stirrings for this Codex Shredder, and then that's it. They don't have the Amulet. So Blooming Marsh, Stirrings. Yeah, just grab Codex Shredder. We have Bridge on top. Play Codex Shredder. Actually, let me think. How do we lose? They go Titan, get a bunch of stuff, but they can't attack with it yet. So they go untap, land, Titan, grab 2 Valakuts. We take 12, and then this attacks us, and we go to 6, and then we just bridge them. And this can still attack us, though. We can still die to Valakuts, though. There's no way to get around that is the problem. All right, I guess I'm just playing Codex Shredder. I could mill this, and then if they don't have another land... They're Amulet Titan. They're going to have another land. So, pass to them. There's another Mycosynth Gardens. Yeah, so land, Titan. So, double Valakuts. Oh, rough. So, at this point, what the heck do I need to do? I'm just dead to Valakut triggers. Valakut and a non-Valakut land with Summoner's Pact on top. Okay, I definitely need to mill that. Attack us, we go to 12. They have 1 card in their hand, and it's probably a land. All right, mill this. The 1 ring is also a huge problem. I guess I can needle it, right? But I need to play bridge this turn. So float this mana. Then let's go searching for... So I can needle the ring and then play bridge. Yeah, I guess that works. Bounce land, Beseiju to rebuy. Yeah, but what else am I going to do? I can just needle this one next turn. They have to have a bounce land in their hand, which they might. So needle, name the 1 ring. Then play another Urza's Saga. And play Ensnaring Bridge. And go. Yeah, they only have 1 card left in their hand, though. So if that card is a bounce land, then oh well, we get got. Well, it's a bounce land. If I didn't needle the ring, though, they would have just played the ring and drawn a card off of it anyway. Yep, so we're dead to Titan. All right. Always assume they have it. The problem was, even if I assume they have it, then they just play the ring and draw cards. I guess I can needle it next turn, but then what am I doing? All right, so Galv Blast blows up the Dryad, so I want to keep that. I don't want to keep Collective. Relic doesn't do anything, so we can cut Relic. We can cut Cookbook. I want to bring in Torpor Orb, Stone Brain, Necro. Dothy only works if I can discard them out of their hand. Spellskite protects stuff from Beseiju. What else? Welding Jar protects stuff from Beseiju. I could have milled the ring still. Yeah, okay. You guys convinced me. I should have just needled Beseiju. What else? So, Assassin's Trophy, I do want to keep. Surgical, I guess I can keep that too. Karn is really, really slow in this matchup. I can cut one of those. And then what do I need to needle from them? I need to needle Beseiju. I don't necessarily need to needle the One Ring. I probably want to keep both needles. Run in 6 is also disastrously slow, so I can cut one of those. Dothy works with Mill Rocks, yeah, but you have to win quickly here. Dothy's only good if I'm already winning, basically. Let's run this. I guess maybe Ren in 6 is just not anywhere near as good, and Dothy's better than Ren in 6. Keep one Ren, keep one Karn, play one Dothy. All right, let's run that. So, on the play, I've got Thoughtseize, but nothing really else. This hand's pretty bad. It just has Thoughtseize, and that's it, really. All right, let's mulligan. This is much better. So keep and putting back a Prismatic Vista. So done here, and then I'll go turn 1, Stirrings, turn 2, Dothy, turn 3, Inquisition, I guess. So Blooming Marsh, Ancient Stirrings. If they just have Amulet in their hand, it's better to just Inquisition now. Yeah, let's just do that. All right, there's Amulet. And there's Dryad. It's actually probably more important to take Dryad here. Dryad is the thing that's enabling this whole hand as opposed to the Amulet, which, yes, gives them a bunch of mana, but this actually lets them trigger their Valakuts. Let's take Dryad. All right, pass the turn. So I assume it's going to be Saga Amulet. Saga Amulet. All right, so back to me. Ooh, Necro. Okay, Prismatic, Fetch, Swamp, Dothy, and then next turn we cast Necro and just name Titan, I guess. Bounce land. So do they just draw another thing or what? All right, Saga. Is it better to Necro Valakut or Titan? Probably Titan. All right, Necro you. Prime Evil Titan. All right, take all of these. What'd they bring in? They've got Cultivator, Dryad, Endurance. So their main kill is going to be Valakut now. Their hand is a bunch of lands, as expected. So they can win with Karnstructs or Valakut, or I guess really big Cultivator. All right, so just attack with Dothy then. Swing. So Urza Saga returns. They could Beseiju my Urza Saga. Yeah. All right, grabbing Mountain. Oh, I guess I should have grabbed a Shockland. Whatever. That's fine. So now Ensnaring Bridge is not relevant. Let's see if I... Okay, so first things first, let's go Ancient Stirrings. So there's Needle and Stone Brain. So if I Stone Brain Dryad out of their deck, then they're even worse off. They can still win even with Dryad out of their deck, though. I can just Needle the Saga, and then they can't make Karnstruct tokens. That seems pretty good, too. Let's do that. So take Needle, and let's play Codex Shredder. Let's just shred a random card and see what we get. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. All right. Needle, name Urza's Saga. And then let's just keep attacking with Dothy. So now their hand's just a bunch of lands, and they're down 2 Dryads in their deck, and they can't activate their Saga. Bajuka Bog, our graveyard. Oh, they do have a play. EE for 2. Pop EE to blow up Dothy. All right, I guess I can just play Ensnaring Bridge now. Yeah, so we're both just kind of not doing anything at this point. Ensnaring Bridge. And go. I guess I'm just going to blind mill them as well. All right, mill you. Milled Beseiju over. That's pretty nice. Put another Amulet. So then a bunch of mana. Do they just have Cultivator? No. Okay, so they're Talaria Westing for Summoner's Pact, and then they can Pact for Cultivator, and then, yeah. All right, Summoner's Pact. Or they can just get one of the other Dryads in their deck so that they can start Valakut triggering. Yeah, so they're just getting Dryad, and then they can start going Valakut bounce lands. So now they have, although their hand is 2 bounce lands and a 3rd unknown card. Ooh, Assassin's Trophy? So hitting that would mean that's the 3rd Dryad down. I guess I just pass and then do this. Yeah, pack trigger, they have to pay for it. You kill their land now because then they just fetch a forest and... Or do you mean Valakut? No, because they just go grab a basic forest and they can still pay for it. Bajuka Bog, all right, I'm going to respond to that. So it's just Trophy, Dryad, and then that's 3 Dryads down in their deck. Now they don't have another land drop this turn. All right, I'm going to keep blind milling them because they have no graveyard-related relevant cards. Assassin's Trophy again. All right, pass it back. Plays Mycosynth Gardens. All right, keep randomly milling you. They could have Endurance. Yes, they have Endurance in their deck. Oh, actually, this land doesn't fetch anything anymore. All right, whatever. I need to get it out of my hand anyway for Bridge, so it's fine. All right, so we're each just passing back, so keep milling you. Milled Sunhome. Pithing Needle, what am I naming? I'm naming Beseiju, probably. Yeah, let's do that. So play Needle, name Beseiju, who endures, and pass back to them. Talaria West? Nah. As long as Bridge is online, they only have 1 Dryad left in their deck, so... Alright, Summoner's Pact, so they're gonna go find Dryad. Cultivator. Alright, not finding Dryad. Do I respond to this? I could blow up one of the amulets. No, I just wait, and then if they play Dryad, I kill that. All right, a whole bunch of things happen. Lots and lots and lots of triggers. Little do they realize, they're only fueling my mill plan by drawing so many cards. 16 left in the deck. All right, so lots of things just happened. Talaria West was among the cards, so yep. Behold, take a gander at this stack. This is indeed an amulet moment. All right, let's yield to this, and then yield to all the rest of them. All right, so they're doing a bunch of taps and untaps and mana and amulet triggers, so we're just gonna wait for that to happen. All right, our opponent has a bananas amount of mana and lands. Plays Dryad. Valakut triggers. Assassin's Trophy or Dryad. All right, that's the last Dryad, so we're out of Dryads. Transmuting Talaria West. Get Summoner's Pact. Isn't the only green creature left in their deck Endurance? Okay. All right, they can Endurance this back into their deck, right. And then they can just pack for Dryad and do it again. And there's 3 Valakuts in play. Yikes. All right, well, we're taking a bunch. Grazer. And we go to 1, and then they just need 1 more land drop, right? So we need to immediately draw an answer to this Dryad, basically. So mill, I guess mill me. All right, let's see if we drew the answer. We could potentially draw the answer. Ancient Stirrings. That is not an answer. All right, I assume our opponent just has a land, so we will pass the turn and die. All right, yep, we're dead. So I could have won the first game if I hadn't punted by not naming Beseiju. So who knows how that would have turned out, but still 3-2 with Lantern. Also a surprisingly quick league with Lantern considering its reputation for being so incredibly slow. So there's a lot of cards that I'm not really a fan of in here. I don't know why we're playing all these Prismatic Vistas and Basics. I feel like we're 3 different colors. We need to fix more than just doing that. Not particularly a fan of the main deck cookbook. Like, I understand why it's here, but I don't think we really need it. Relic is more defensible, but I still don't like cards that are just dead in a lot of matchups. Renin 6 feels surprisingly bad in this deck. You're usually pretty tight on mana, and you have much less removal and almost no creatures, or actually no creatures main, other than Karnstruct tokens, so it dies very easily. Karn also just feels like too expensive. You know, if Karn survives, that means you're probably already in a position where you're not being pressured at all. So you could probably rejigger a lot of the cards in here, but overall, I think I like what the deck is doing, and it's better than what it looks like.